Hey guys, welcome back. On today's video, it's a reserve list market watch update for August 6th, 2021. It's coming up next. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm MTG Moxman and this is a reserve list market watch update video. Thanks a lot for checking out the content today. Really hope you guys enjoy it. My regular viewers, welcome back. New subscribers, hey, happy to have you here. So on today's video, we're going to take a look at a few cards. We're going to start with Aiden Oakenshield. Now, Aiden Oakenshield, of course, is from Legends 1994, an amazing card who is super weak by today's standard, being a 1/2 creature. But forget his power level. Think about the fact he's a 3 casting cost who can bring creatures back to your hand, which is always a good thing. I remember using this guy in many decks back in the day to keep some of my big bad boys alive, like the Polar Kraken, who really didn't do much for me, but I like to keep bringing him back from the graveyard. So Aiden Oakenshield, you can see, is $380 in Canada. I've actually started adding Italian version prices because the sales are so high in these areas. I think it's a good note for people. And that's $130 Italian, $270 in the US, and €250. Now the sales are slow on poor Aiden here, but he is still moving about a copy or two a week. So keep an eye out for him if you're after this card. I do expect his price to still continue to rise. So better sooner than later, I guess, if that's a card you're after. Now our second card today is Angus MacKenzie. He actually has some uses, even though you can see his sales are slow. He's an interesting card to stop damage from happening, to stop combat damage to creatures. It's kind of fun. And he's got a cool wacky do, man. I never saw him as a teenager. Never saw him played against me in any of the tournaments I played in. So he's kind of an anomaly to me in the sense, hey, I've never gone up against him. Even as an adult, I don't think I've played against a deck or a commander deck that had this guy in him. Now, his best price in Canada is $600 right now. That's the best I could find. $330 in Italian, $400 in the US, and €400. He's a pretty pricey card to get, but for those who are collecting these kind of cards, I can see why you'd want him. He is a lot of fun, but he's only getting harder to get. And before you know it, cards like this will hit the $1,000 mark because Wizards just doesn't make cards like this anymore. Maybe I should look to see if I can find some similar cards like this. I've done a few videos like that. Let me know in the comment section if you'd like me to find some cheaper alternatives to some of these cards. Alright, now, Levana. Alright, now I always liked her. She used to be played against me because I had a whole bunch of legendary lands like Tabernacle at Pendlevale and stuff. She has legendary land walk, which is just awesome. Okay? First strike is always nice. Even as a 6 casting cost, she's not the worst card because of the land walk ability and how many players nowadays in their commander decks actually use legendary lands. Now, the best price I found was $100 in Canada, $45 Italian version, $65 in the US, and €109. The sales on her are strong. She's moving 1 or 2 copies per week now, and it's starting to speed up, especially in the Italian versions. A lot of the English versions are costing more money for people, so we're seeing a slowdown in that kind of market, but it's being picked up by the Italian version, which people just want to have a copy of this, I guess, to keep around. So, way to go, man. She's going to keep slicing and dicing and using her mysterious powers of stealth. Now, our next card, an old-time favorite, Tetsuo. Love this guy. He actually banished Nicol Bolas at one point. He's kind of an epic guy. I actually don't own this card. It'd be cool if I did, but I don't. I love his ability to destroy things. Kind of reminds me of Royal Assassin back in the day. Now, his best price is $200 in Canada. $90 Italian is the best I could find. $180 in the US. You're looking at €250. And his sales, unlike others, are steady. And if you want to give yourselves a kicker, go on to eBay, look at sold listings recently, and somebody bought a BGS Black Label 10 for a best offer of somewhere under $15,000. It's a great card just to see and go, whoa, somebody found a Black Label 10 one and bought it for that price, because it did sell. It's kind of crazy. So treat yourself. Go take a look. Now our next card is Jacques Levert. I used to use this guy. He was in some of my green decks with my Force of Nature. Now, again, these are all reserve list cards. Don't mind, mind you, it's still fun, but he's not the most powerful. I just like the fact he gave my green creatures a boost, okay? I used him in a multicolor deck that had mainly green creatures in it or a variation of green legends. So his best price, I found him for $75 in Canada, $40 for the Italian version I found on eBay. $70 in the US and €70. Again, his sales are strong, and he's had 3 to 4 sales per week. So he's moving quite nicely. I guess people are finishing collections because the English version is moving faster. I guess because the English and Italian versions are so close in price together. He's not a bad card to grab, though, to add to your collection because he's an affordable legendary creature that actually does something from Legends, and he's on the reserve list. So it's kind of nice to have for that commander deck as a backup guy, just in case. I mean, he even gives himself a bonus. Hey. Now, our next card. This one I found very interesting. The Trench Gnomes. Now, I've mentioned these guys a few times before. The ability of them to just turn things into planes can really mess with commander decks. Just drill into the land, tap them, it gets a planes counter, nothing takes it off. Okay, it just stays there. So I can see why people have been buying it, and that's why the sales on this got stronger and stronger as I looked. So he's selling very nicely. $40 Canadian for, you know, a moderately played copy was the best I could find. $18 though for the Italian version, but watch out for those shipping charges, guys. They are pretty expensive. $36 in the US and €41. Now, the sales being strong like they are, it was mostly English versions, but very closely followed by the Italian, because some people just want it in a commander deck just to mess with people for fun. And hey, it's a gnome. Who doesn't like a gnome in the background? Come on, gnomes are there to stay. Now, our next card we're going to discuss is going to be Gravity Sphere. Another card that I've really focused on in the past. The price has actually gone up from that $50, $60 level all the way up to the best price I could find was $155. Now, Gravity Sphere makes sure all creatures lose flying. Everything loses flying, which can really cripple some decks, especially if you build a deck around stopping creatures from attacking you. A whole bunch of cards in Legends did this, okay? You had Tabernacle, you had Moat, Gravity Sphere, Pendril Mist. You could basically build a commander deck that just doesn't let people hit you. It could be a lot of fun, actually. Now, the best price, of course, was $155 in Canada, $65 for the Italian version, $140 in the US, and €150. The sales are steady. They're not super slow, not super fast. A couple of copies moving each week. It had faster sales about 3 months ago. It's really slowed down since then, but it's still moving copies every week. And again, it's a pickup in the Italian version. It's just a more affordable option for people who are trying to get some of these reserve list cards to have and to play with versus like I need a perfect 10 version, right? They're just people who want to play with them. And our last card on the list today is going to be Power Artifact. A very interesting card all the way back from Antiquities. Now, the best price I could find on this was $340 in Canada. The thing I found really odd is look at the bottom section. It has very strong sales. Few copies moving every week at this price level tells me people are seeking this card out for decks right now. Now, it lowers activation costs of artifacts, which of course can be just amazing in decks built around that. Now, $260 in the USA and €260 makes it very expensive for those who are overseas trying to pick this card up. I would try to find a retailer somewhere in America or Canada who will ship overseas to you because that's very pricey. I'm sure you can find somebody who will. But again, with the sales being very strong at this point, this is a card to keep an eye on in case you happen to have a copy. The prices have been moving up like for over a year, and they've been creeping up every single month I've looked at them. But the sales haven't stopped. They've slowed down at certain points, but they've really been picking up steam lately. So I wanted to make people aware of it in case this is a card you want to trade in, sell, get some cash for, or you just want to keep an eye on these particular cards. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in today. This has been a Reserve List Market Watch update by MTG Moxman. You guys have a great day today, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Hey guys, thanks again to the support of all my patrons for allowing me the opportunity to be able to make videos like this for everyone who views the channel. Thank you so much for your continued support. It means the world. Have a great weekend, everyone. What is going on? Seriously, what's going on? I don't know, but you're still here, which is awesome. Pick up the popcorn off the floor. Stop making a mess in this room because I have been told to clean it, and I will see you guys on the live stream this Sunday. Rock on!